Hello, viewers. So, this is Akanksha Sharma. We are again back with one of our podcasts, which is specially for a country, Latvia. So today we have a guest, especially from Latvia. Her name is Eva. So, she's from Turiba University. So, we are going to discuss more about why study at Turiba University. So, let's welcome Miss Eva first. Hi, Eva.
Thank you. Thank you for having me. And I'm very glad to be here. My name is Eva, and I'm head of international admissions at Turība University.
So, Eva, I'm sure you remember that in last podcast we discussed about why Latvia. So now we need to discuss more about why Turiba University, right? So can you tell us more about Turiba University?
Mhm. I think the main thing about Turība University definitely is that during their studies, each and every one of our students are required to do internship. This benefits because during your studies, you can already experience what it means to go into work environment. And not only that, it also gives you direct connection with the companies. So if you choose wisely, if you choose as a student wisely while you are a student of Turiba University, you can already catch your moment there. And also, it gives you experience to understand if this work that you're going to do or will do during your internship is something that you want to do in the future. Yeah. Because it is also good to realize that perhaps this is not the way, or perhaps this is not the future for me. And this we provide in Turiba University.
All right. So, Eva, can you tell us something more about the ranking? The major question, general student ask. If they are choosing any university for the further studies, so the main question comes in their mind, what is the ranking of the university, right? So, can you tell us something more about ranking?
So, to be truthful, we do not participate in any rankings. There has been an executive decision not to do that. Either one for another reason, but to be honest, we have decided not to go into these rankings, and we are comfortable with our choices on this. We are outside of perhaps you believe that is a better or worse university. What we are focusing on is the education and what we can provide. Second of all, what is important is the accreditation, and that is where we are definitely very strong. One other thing, Turiba University, we started as hospitality and business university for a very, very long time already. And for that, we have a world recognition as well. Yeah, international world recognition for the hospitality. And this is what is important for us. Yeah, so the professionals in the field recognize rather than telling the number in which we stand.
Fair enough. Okay, so as that you mentioned hospitality, in Latvia as a country, Turiba is the only one university who have a bachelor's or master's program in hospitality, right?
I'm I'm not able to tell you about all the universities in Latvia, but I can say that we have the strongest for sure. The thing that we also think about is about our lecturers and who they are, and many of them are in the field. So when you are a student at Turiba University, you are meeting people who are in the field currently working. Yeah, this is not just something that you're learning from the book. You're learning from people who are already doing that.
All right, so can you help us what all bachelor's program or master's program Turiba offers?
So we also have just a nuance. We have a college program as well. So I will start with that. We have two college programs. One is aesthetic cosmetology, which is recently added as Turiba University combined with the International Cosmetology School. So this definitely, I think, could be a fun thing for those who are looking for in cosmetology. And the second program is in computers, so IT. That's a 2-year program for those who want to get a diploma and perhaps start working quicker or earlier and not necessarily go for bachelor's yet. Perhaps in time, that would be next step. Then at bachelor's level, we have logistics, we do have IT, we have communication, we have business administration. Masters, we offer 4 programs: business psychology and HR, business administration, and also recently a master's level program in IT and hospitality. At PhD level, we offer business administration and law program.
All right. So, Eva, can you help us with the entry criteria? I mean, if somebody wanted to go for Turība University, so what is the basic entry criteria?
So in order for you to be considered as one of the students at Turiba University, your average score in your previous education should be no less than 60. We do have also a language requirement, so make sure that you have one of our acceptable English language certificates. At this time, one of those is IELTS 5.5. We also accept PTEA. At the moment, also Duolingo, and the list is quite long. Yeah, so I'm sure that Indo-European can also inform you of the full list. That said, we also accept medium of instruction language. This is a letter which is issued by your previous education institution confirming that the whole medium of instruction of your education was English. This is also an acceptable document. That said, if you're submitting this document, you will also need to take our entrance examination. So if your education is minimum 60%, if you have the language certificate and you have passed our entrance exams, we can consider you further for our admission.
All right. So after submission, documentation to university, interview or online test, how much time university will take to issue a conditional letter to the students?
So this depends how quick the student will send all the documents. Unfortunately, in our experience, we have noticed that not always all the documents are present. So that's one thing to consider. However, if the documents are correct and the tests are passed, the entrance examination is passed, we usually tend to review the documents around 5 to 10 business days. So the conditional letter could come to 5 to 10 business days.
So thank you so much, Eva, to having a brief idea about the programs which Turība University offer. Can you help us what exactly are AICs and how much time it will take to issue a unconditional offer letter?
So AIC is an academic information center in Latvia. Their job is to recognize the education which a student has achieved abroad. Yeah, it doesn't mean just India, all over the world. This is a very important step for us as a university because only when they have recognized the education that is achieved, for example, in India, can we move forward with the study agreement and actually accept the student. Yeah, because before that, we are assessing the student. After that, it's documentation part. Yeah, so if documents are acceptable and education is recognized, we will issue the acceptance letter, or as you said, unconditional letter. That said, the time frame that AIC takes kind of can depend. One is that usually it is around 4 weeks. However, when it's the peak season, when there is a lot of time, it takes a lot of time. So our advice when starting admission, the earlier you start, the quicker it will go. Yeah, because at the very end, it will be very slow, and the chances are that student will not make it for the intake. That is the reality.
This majorly happens in the main peak intake, which is August, right?
Yeah.
So students have to apply, as early as they can.
My advice would be this month. Otherwise, we are not sure how long the documentation may take afterwards. So this month would be the perfect time to apply and be safe to
So
ensure that you can arrive in September.
Yeah.
Otherwise, unfortunately,
They have
that's
to
the reality. They have to,
Yes. All right. So that means if the student is planning for August, September 26, your message to them is they need to apply this month, right?
I would warmly advise better do it now and start your process slowly, but you will make it because at the end of the day, everything will take more time.
Yeah. All right. So, Eva, can you tell us more about why should people choose Turiba University as a study destination? Why not any other country? What different Turiba University have?
So definitely, I think the benefits of Turiba University, what we offer, is the education style that 60% is hands-on education. So you already, while you are studying, can feel the field that you will potentially work. The internship is high chance for each and everyone to again get this experience even before they start the real before you start the real work. We still being in European Union, we have these benefits that are so useful for the fraction of the cost. First, living cost. Second of all, also this Erasmus Plus scholarship, which can be used both for exchange studies and internship. Another thing is we have very strong partners in other universities. I wouldn't say we need to just cut off universities and highlight us because these partnerships, they are what makes us strong as well. This experience between different countries and you can get it all in one place. So you can go to Spain, you can go to Madrid, to Germany even, and get a feel while in the safety in Latvia.
Yeah.
And additional benefit is not just within the European Union, we have these university partners. We have them outside of European Union as well. So those who perhaps dreamed about going to US, but for one or another reason it didn't happen. Again, considering the cost, there is this potential. Yeah. Korea, we do have university partners there. So I think when you think about it that way, now kind of see how beneficial it can be being in a safe place where you are learning hands-on education, where you're trying so much of what you will do in the future to kind of test if this is what you want, or maybe you want something else, and still experience other countries as well. Definitely a very high benefit.
That means, Eva, see, like in India, uh, parents really wanted to send their kids to abroad, having a good quality education. But somehow they stuck because of money, because of expenses, right? So as you mentioned that Latvia is very affordable, right? So in that sense, if somebody send their child to study abroad at Turība University and they're having a good score, during the studies, and will they get an opportunity to study with other partner university?
Okay. Yes. So to continue and explain a bit more about what Erasmus is, it is a scholarship, and it is something that, of course, benefits those whose grades are high. Each year, students can apply for Erasmus scholarship for exchange studies, and this will be with our partner universities within Europe. What Erasmus Plus scholarship gives is a certain amount of money per month. But I have to be honest as well here. This does not cover all the fees. No, the student does not have to pay any fees to the university that they are going. But the scholarship will give some living expenses fees. But again, this I'm not going to promise that it will cover a total of the fees, but it certainly will help for those who wish to go abroad, wish to experience other countries, perhaps where they thought they will not be able to because it is expensive. It is more expensive to travel, right? The food, the places, and so on. Another thing is to apply for Erasmus Plus while you're doing internship. That's also another great opportunity while you're interning in another European country. You're benefiting that there is some amount of set that you know that you will receive each month. Yeah, so you can again calculate how much more do you need. Maybe your internship is paying you, which could be amazing benefit, but not always does this happen. So regardless, this Erasmus amount can keep you a bit more safe and secure.
Yeah. All right. Okay. As you mentioned the internships, so are these internships are paid?
Depends on the company. For very difficult for me to say. First is my advice usually for a student is find your internship yourself, because at the end of the day it's something that you want to do. Yeah, don't rely on anyone else who tells you this is a great place or go work there. Find what you want to do. That's first of all, and then evaluate if an unpaid internship for you is better to do it in that company rather than finding a paid internship. Yeah, because not always will they be paid. Sometimes they are, sometimes they are not.
All right. So even I have a question about doctoral program, right? Because we have many students who wanted to go for PhD. As you may be aware, because other countries offer fully funded PhD, but we know that getting a fully funded going to be very, very difficult. Tell me if I'm wrong.
You're not wrong. Generally speaking, that is a very specific and very special occasion if there is a fully funded PhD. At this time, there has been one occasion where we did issue a notice that a fully funded PhD can be received for a law degree. But I think in the history of Turība University, that is very, very rare. Yeah. We usually do inform our partners if we have any applicants. Say, for example, I think you've already seen from Indo-European, we had this message. But generally speaking, that's not something that you look forward, because that's not something that is very common, to be honest.
All right. So see, why I'm asking this question is because a student comes to us because obviously, if the student wanted to go for PhD, and they ask for any country, it's fully funded, like Germany or anywhere. So it's very difficult. So why doctor students should choose Turiba University for their PhD program? What all benefits they'll get as a doctor students?
Well, again, they still have internship opportunities that they can do. Generally speaking, PhD is something very, very specific. And if the person is choosing PhD, it's for their specific reasons. That said, they can get all the benefits of all the other students are getting while they are a student. So, and the PhD is quite long as well. I think it is around 3 years.
Yeah.
So they can benefit by going again to a university abroad, in the EU, outside of EU. That's up to them. This internship again broadens their view. If they had not studied, especially if they have not done education outside of India, then this would be a very good step for them. Yeah.
All right. All right. So, can you help us more about tuition fees? What exactly are tuition fees in Turiba University for bachelors, masters, and PhDs?
So for bachelors and masters, the cost is 3,550 plus deposit, which is refundable. That is 500 euros. PhD is 2,990. And also deposit, which is refundable, that is 500 euros. I mentioned before we have college programs. So the IT at the college level, that's around 3,000. And the aesthetic cosmetology, which is a very new program that we just added, that's around 4,000. Yeah, again, deposit has to be applied. That's 500 euros.
All right. So, viewers, I'm sure she has briefed you, well about Turiba University. She has informed you about the tuition fees, the requirements, and everything. And the most important message which she has passed, that if you really wanted to start it for August 26th, you need to push your application in this month. If you really do not want it, defer yourself. So, Eva, any message for upcoming students who are coming to your university?
Yes, we are very glad to see each of you and we will be very happy to talk with each of you.
All right. So thank you so much, viewers. Eva, thank you so much, for coming to our podcast.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Press the bell icon on the YouTube app and never miss another update.